Welcome guys back to another video, and today this is the ALOX Drift documentary. Let's get into it. So the first person actually that we have is Scotty, a former ALOX member.
Okay, I'm gonna be saying why I left the group. So I left the group because first, Alex Drift, if you didn't know, he sounded it wasn't a boy, it was actually a girl, and he used his members only for views and likes on his videos, so then he could get famous by using us for his RPs, and so he could get more subscribers by using us. That was not right. And proof is by using his members. If we did not do something, then he would kick us out the group, and that's why I left, because that just was not right for him to use us and to act like a boy and when he was actually a girl.
Well, you're good
That's
to go, Scotty.
okay.
Okay, the next person we have with us is Little Yoda 57, and he is a former member of ALOX slash X member. So, do you have like anything bad to say against ALOX, or do you have a reasoning why you left ALOX?
Uh, yeah, so I barely played with ALOX, but all I can remember that ALOX Drift and ALOX Cujo, when I made my Dragon Ball Z map, they came and like went through it and they was making fun of it, and they just start bullying my map, and then I left the party, and then yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can leave now.
All right.
Okay, the next guest we have that used to be a part of ALOX is Sankai. Um, well, what bad experiences did you have with ALOX?
So the bad experiences that I had with A-Logs mostly revolved around doing their RPs and stuff. So like every time I would join their party, they would always be like sitting in lobby, and then whenever it's time to do a RP, they want to ask for my help. But when I ask for their help, they're just sitting in lobby doing nothing. So that's really bad too, cause like I literally put my friend Lalo with them, and like they took advantage of Lalo and did a lot of stuff that caused him to like stay in ALOS. Like they forced him to stay in ALOS. And Cujo, every time that I want to talk to them or whatnot, they just kick me out the group. So I got kicked out the group for like begging them to help me with my RP, but like I'm gonna help them with my RP. And then that's why I removed them and blocked them and all that stuff, because I don't like to deal with that stuff. That's not respectful at all. Do like with your peers and students and all that stuff. So yeah.
Also, I haven't asked this for everybody else, but how long were you in ALOX for?
Mm, I could say mildly about 1 or 2 years. I think about, yeah, 1 to 2 years. I was in ALOX and then I left.
Okay, well, that's basically all. So you can get out of your seat and leave, I guess.
All right.
So I don't know like a lot about the F, but from when I was in the group, he
whenever we try to like have fun and stuff, he would like at us, yell at us. I couldn't even play with him twice sometime. He also he would also like get us to do the IPs. We couldn't like actually do anything. Like we were messing around while getting ready for Masvidal. And he like was yelling at us a lot. Even though we were just all messing around. For some reason, pretty sure he specifically yelled at Bryce for one time, even though we were all messing around. I don't know why. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hitman Shiner was a ex-member of ALOX. So, a lot of people some people that were victims of ALOX drift didn't really want to help out. It's either because they're still in ALOX, like some of them are still in ALOX, or they just never get on again. So, him and Shiner, he barely gets on. He did agree to help with the documentary, as you can see. I did tell him to send me like a voice message of him saying all of the bad things Drift did to him, but he probably didn't see it. So, I do remember once ALOX Drift basically called one of his RPs like bad because it was an original idea, and basically his series usually had cussing and all of it, so basically he cussed in front of ALOX Drift. And ALOX Drift, before he fell down, he used to be a family friendly role player, like all of his videos. And then he said, no, you can't cuss in your original RP. So yeah, Hitman Shiner is a victim because he said sure, so he knows that he's a victim. But yeah, time for the next person. Next person is a guy named Ugsplat/Ewin. He was in ALOX for about 3 or 4 years before Drift started getting serious about his RPs and using people. So basically, me and Ewin weren't in the group at the same time, so I don't really know that much. And Ewin really doesn't get on that much. Actually, yeah, he doesn't get on Fortnite that much. He only gets on Marvel Rivals sometimes, and he hasn't been on for like 2 days. So basically, I do remember that Drift didn't let him take a break from RPs because he only liked like superhero, like Spider-Man roleplays, and basically Drift liked anime RPs, so Drift got mad at him for not letting him, not him doing anime RPs. So now, here is a old exposing video with one of my old friends of Ewan actually exposing ALOX Drift. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So, ALOX Drift is a very, very bad roleplay YouTuber. Not like he's not like bad in like Jet. Like he's not like bad, not like bad like YouTube videos. But I mean, like he's not a good person. He's not nice. First off, he uses all of his people inside his roleplays just for views and subs.
he overworks the people inside this group to a huge extent, and he basically makes his friends, and he gets mad at them if they don't join him or if they don't do a role play when he wants them to. He does a bunch. He tries to start. He gets mad at people for no reason. He's rude,
Oh
insanely rude, and a
yeah.
lot of the reasons.
Also, I'm sorry to distract
No,
you,
that's right.
but he
It's
got mad at me for literally playing with my friends.
yeah. He gets mad at people for no reason, and he's very, very mean to a lot of
Like I
people.
was playing. Oh, sorry. Never mind. You can
It's alright.
continue.
Yeah, I'll continue. But like, I think that in Rift, also a lot of people have left ALOX because of him and another person in the group. I won't name, but yeah, and he like.
Next person is a girl named Big Green. So Big Green was the only girl in the group. So basically, ALOX Drift, as you know, he faked to be a boy. So basically, ALOX Drift was always yelling at her and like he was always yelling at her. She was always giving ALOX Drift roleplay ideas, and to all of her roleplay ideas, he said he didn't like them at all. He thought they were dumb ideas. And then basically, after that, yeah, that's all I know. Because she was in the group for like 3 or 4 years. But I did know that, ALOX Drift did date Big Green once. Or maybe twice, I don't remember. But that's what I heard. But from someone named Ewan, because he was in the group at the same time as her. And since ALOX Drift faked to be a boy, he faked to be he faked to be sexist to her. So, yeah.
If you can't tell who Ewan is, he is trying to be a bartender in one of the One Piece episodes.
Random flashback episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm Nami. And Kujo is
I wish Kujo
Luffy.
would say he's lucky to live it, but he won't, because he's not talking.
And usually Drift is Luffy in his roleplays.
I am indeed Luffy, and I own One Piece series. Go check it out.
Oh yeah, and go check out his new Jump Force.
This is Big Green, and we're gonna go over some stuff that people should know before they start excusing things when I'm not online. First thing, I'm a part of ALOX, a trashy, crappy group. Imagine being that is actually insane. I'm not gonna be in there ever again.
See, Drift is selfish. He interrupted Big Green because it took her like 2 times to say she was Nami. And also, Drift gave himself a shout out without Big Green giving him permission. So, Drift is selfish and he doesn't care what you say. He doesn't care about your permission. He just does what he wants. But anyways, now time for the next person. Okay. So as you can see from the Hitman thing, I am on an ALOX Drift account right now because of course it's an undercover account. Because I was trying to get some details from ALOX and stuff, but it didn't work. But I did get in their party for like 10 minutes, so I did get information that Drift doesn't play with them anymore, but still, Kujo still is a problem because he like he was the main problem. But anyways, because he was homophobic and stuff and sexist and stuff. But anyways, ALOX Trapper was a victim of ALOX Trap because ALOX Trapper was still friends with TTVLJ, and then basically I was in a party with LJ because Trapper was still cool with LJ at the time. But then Drift got mad at Trapper because he found out that Trapper was playing with me and LJ. So then Trapper got kicked out the group for like for a long time, and I think ever since he got kicked out the group, he just stopped playing the game. That's why it says he was last gone 12 weeks ago. And that's all I know about ALOX Trapper. But I do know one more thing. Same situation with Sankai and ALOX Lalo. So basically, Scotty was the reason. Wait, no. Or was it? Oh, yeah. Scotty was the reason why Trapper joined the group. Or no, it's the other way around. Because Scotty told me this, so I'm not for sure. But Trapper, I believe, was the reason why Scotty joined the group, like, in the first place. So then, yeah, that's all. So, time for the next person. Okay, next person is LJ, TTVLJ Galactic, I believe, because that's his new group name, not Phantom anymore. So, basically, TTVLJ got actually kicked out the group because he didn't he didn't want to follow the cussing rule. So basically, one day we were gonna do his superhero academy. Then we did a scene in it. Then one of his friends cussed in the scene. Then after the RP, Drift got mad at TTVLJ because his friends cussed in the RP, and one of his biggest rules is no cussing. So then Drift said, you have to unfriend them, and you gotta stop having them be in your RPs because they cuss too much, and you know cussing is a bad rule. Then LJ didn't follow it, so then the next day later, Drift and his group started trashing his group and saying it was bad, his group's nothing without him, and yeah. And then, basically, that's all. So now, time for one more person before it's my side of the story. Next person is Cujo. I know this is a Cujo documentary too, but I'll just name it a ALOX Drift one because he did the most. Well, actually no, Cujo did a lot to me too. Mostly it was them too, and they did the most to me. But anyways, Cujo, one day, Drift got mad at Cujo because because I left the group, so he got mad at Cujo. So then, after I left the group, Cujo just stopped being co-leader because Drift got mad at Cujo because he thought it was only Cujo's fault for me leaving the group. But no, it was actually Drift's fault too. But anyways, now time for my side of the story. Okay, now we're back with my side of the story. So this is my side of the story. This might take long. So basically, ALOX Drift always yelled at me for some reason, because I always messed around. Like when we weren't even doing an RP. And sometimes I did when we were doing RPs. And basically, he he told me the only way, basically, I did quote unquote make a old group member name ALOX Trapper Cry, because basically he was fake crying, um, because he wanted me to gift him the what's it called, Avatar the Last Airbender skins, because he really likes the show, and I didn't have enough V-Bucks to gift him, and ALOX Drift didn't believe me. So, and also, now time for Cujo. Cujo always was homophobic to me. Like I told him I was bisexual, and then he always called me gay when I told him that. And then basically, uh, Drift, the only time Drift defended me is when I was about to leave the group, and it was too late already when I left the group. And then basically, he thinks he's superior because call, I did not want to do replay mode videos because, first of all, they waste time, and then also, um, I told him that they weren't fun because he didn't let me get any of the rules in the replay mode videos except for side characters. And I wanted to be a main character and he never made it fair. So yeah. So then I called his role plays bad because replay mode is bad in my opinion. It makes sense if it's like Mortal Kombat or something like that, like a fighting game or something like that, but it was Naruto. So, yeah. And then basically after I called after I said I don't like replay mode videos, he said you have 24 hours to, decide, to decide if you want to stay in the group or not. And then I chose just to leave the group because I wasn't going to do replay mode videos. And he got mad at me because I didn't want to do replay mode videos. And basically, also, another thing is that he got mad at me because I joined him one time, because I joined his Bed Wars game, and I guess he didn't want to play with me at the moment. You didn't have to yell at me, you just had to be nicer about it. And then, also, another thing is that he barely let me do RPs, so basically, and he was selfish and he barely let me do his RPs. And when we had free time, he still didn't let me do my RPs. How was that fair? And also, he, like, most of his group members are gone now. The ones that I know of, except for one, which I'm not gonna say his name because he broke the rules. And guess what? Drift wasn't mad at him. So, yeah. And also, he, that's basically Oh yeah, he did also call my role plays trash and stuff. And yeah, because like if you're in somebody's group, you should always support their role plays, in my opinion. Like you can say it in a nice way that your role plays are bad, but no. And also, if I did one thing bad, he always kicked me out the group. And then also, he did get mad at me because I almost won the Nick A30 tournament when that happened, but I didn't win the skin because I almost won and stuff. And basically, Drift said, the next day later, if you don't, if you didn't get the skin, no role plays for you for a week. I mean, a month. I mean, a year. Oh, yeah. First, it started off with a week, and then I had an argument with him because I said that wasn't fair and stuff. Then he said, fine, a year. And then basically, and keep in mind, I did do the Nick A30 tournament with one of his old ALOX members, which was Potato, as we already mentioned. And yeah, and Potato was a part of the group, so I feel like he should have let me play with him since he was a part of the group. So sorry for um my long section. I just had a lot of stuff done to me with ALOX Drift. Um, bye. Love you guys. See you in the next maybe exposing video or next video. Peace.